Hey, what is going on, guys? It is Delby here, and welcome back to another video here on the channel. And today, guys, we are doing another top 5, and this top 5 is going to be top 5 best spawn rooms. So in this video, I will be going over what I think is the top 5 best spawn rooms in Call of Duty Zombies. So without further ado, let's just jump right into the video here. So coming in at the number 5 spot, we have the Kino spawn room. Now, honestly, this is a beast of a spawn room. This spawn room, you can go to a super high round on Chronicles in this spawn room. Basically, all you do is you get immolation, you get crate power, and you keep hitting the box until you get the Thunder Gun in the Mark II. And once you get that, you can stay in the spawn. You can make it to a super high round. I've seen people go to round 90 just in the Kino spawn alone with the Thunder Gun and Mark II. If you have the right gobblegums on Chronicles, you can make it super far on this spawn room. That's probably the biggest reason why I like the Kino spawn room, is just because it is so fun to actually go for sick rounds in this spawn room. Now, in the original Kino, in the BO1 Kino, obviously it was a lot harder to make it to high rounds because there was no gobblegums. I would have a hard time making it to round 15 sometimes in the Kino spawn room back in BO1. But on Chronicles, it's just much better due to gobblegums. But this is overall a great spawn room. It's fairly sized. There's a box location inside there. It's not a crazy massive spawn room, but it's big enough to, you know, train zombies in. It's just an overall great spawn room. Moving on to the number 4 spot, we have the Revelation spawn room. Now, this spawn room is definitely a map that you're going to want to consider playing if you are going for starting room challenges. And the reason why is because the spawn is fairly big, so it's definitely good to train zombies. You can definitely train zombies in this spawn. There's a box location in this spawn, so if you have crate power, you can get the Thunder Gun, you can get all these sick guns, you can get the Apocalypse Servant out of the box. Unfortunately, you cannot upgrade it in the spawn, but you will still have the Apocalypse Servant. That thing's a beast, not even pack of punches, is a beast. So you can definitely get good guns with immolation and crate power. You can go for a sick round in the spawn room. The spawn room is, again, fairly big. It's a great place to train. When I'm playing Revelations, I usually train either Apothecary or Spawn. Spawn is always a place that I consider to train because it is such a good training spot in Revelations. Really enjoy this spot. This spawn room is overall a great spawn room, and it is definitely deserving of the number 4 spot. Moving on to the number 3 spot, we have the Zetsubou spawn room. Now, this spawn room is different than Kino. It's different than Revelations. It's not really the best for training. I really don't train in the Zetsubou spawn room. In my opinion, it's not a good spot to actually train. But you can camp in this spawn room and you can go super far. Basically, what you do is you put on wall power and bullet boost, and you buy the Shiva, you buy the RK5, and you use a bullet boost to get your, you know, your turned or your dead wire, whatever you want, and you sit up in this door here and you can camp and you can make it super far. Now, when you camp up here, the zombies only come out of these 2 barriers. They do not actually come out of the barriers that are further in the water. So it just makes it overall much easier when they only come out of these 2 areas. And again, if you have wall power, you get the RK5 and Shiva Pack Punch with bullet boost. You can sit up here and you can absolutely go ham. Fortunately, there's no box location in this spawn, so you can't really get a sick gun, but these 2 guns alone, the Shiva and the RK5 alone with wall power and bullet boost, these 2 guns are a beast alone. And I highly recommend, if you're going for a starting room challenge on Zetsubou, I highly recommend you put Fatal Contraption on, because when you're in round 35 or round 40, whatever round you're at, because you can definitely make it that high in the spawn. If you're up there, the RK5, the Shiva, they start to get weak, so Fatal Contraption will definitely help. Now, Perkaholic will definitely help as well, because Deadshot is a beast, and you need Deadshot. You need the double tap on your guns. It just makes the guns obviously a lot better. So this spawn room is, you can definitely make it to round 40. I made it to around 36. It's the highest I made it on the spawn room, but I've seen people make it around 40. Basically, what you do again is you have the RK5, Shiva Pack a Punch, bullet boost, Perkaholic, so you have your double tap and your Deadshot, and you just go ham by sitting up here because the zombies will only come out of these 2 barriers. So this spawn is a very fun spawn to actually make it a super high round. It's not difficult at all, and it's very fast. You can speed run to around 30 in this spawn super easily. It is overall such a good spawn room, and it is definitely deserving of the number 3 spot. So moving on to the number 2 spot, we are going with the Shangrila spawn, the Shangrila starting room. Now, the Shang starting room is definitely not an easy starting room. It is difficult to make it to high rounds. At least for me, I have a hard time making it to high rounds on Shang. It is overall super difficult for me, but the reason why it's super high on this list is because I really enjoy the challenge. I really enjoy trying to make it to a super high round on this spawn. Now, there is a box in this spawn, so you can, you know, have immolation, have crate power, you can get sick guns. That will definitely help you. I find this spawn is very close quarters, it's very crammed, it's not open, and that obviously makes it harder. It makes it like 10 times harder. Plus, you got the monkeys pissing you off and changing the power-ups. You know, sometimes they're beneficial, sometimes they give you better power-ups, you can get free perks out of them, but they sometimes change it to a carpenter. If you have a, you know, max ammo and it goes to a carpenter, it's just overall a piss off. That happens sometimes to me, and the monkeys just overall, they piss me off, and it makes it harder for me. But again, I like the challenge on this, you know, starting room. The Shangrila starting room is not easy, but it's a good challenge, and I like that, and that's why it is deserving of the number 2 spot. So at the number 1 spot on this list, we are going to be going with the Ascension starting room, the Ascension spawn. The reason why this is the number 1 spot, the reason why this is the best starting room in my opinion in all of zombies, because it is super easy to put up a sick round in the spawn room. This is by far the easiest spawn room in all of zombies. Basically, the Ascension spawn room is probably the best training spot in all of Ascension. It is a great training spot, and you can definitely put up sick rounds. Put your crate powers on, you put your immolations on, you get the thunder gun, you get the Mark II, both pack a punch, and you just train and you can go ham. I've made it to round 60 alone in the spawn. It is super easy. Again, the thunder gun, Mark II, pack a punch, and you're just training and you're golden. You can easily put up round 70. I've seen people go to around 100 alone in the Ascension spawn. You can definitely go to 100. Obviously take a long time, but you can do it. It's not that difficult. It just gets very boring after, but it's not that difficult. Overall, this spawn is super easy, the easiest in all of zombies, and probably the most fun in all of zombies. This spawn room is a great spawn room. Ascension spawn room is just absolutely awesome, and it is definitely deserving of the number 1 spot. So that is it for the video, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed. This has been the top 5 best spawn rooms inside Call of Duty Zombies. If you guys enjoyed this video, please leave a like, and if you're new here, do not forget to subscribe. I'm Dilby, and I'll see you guys in the next one.